What is going on, y'all? This is Chris Saunders, aka CSProductions.29. You are loved, you are valued, and you are appreciated. And today we are jumping back to Taylor Swift. It's been a minute. We always got to keep up. We always got to catch up, really, because this one is going back to the Reputation album. So I'm letting you know now, I've waited too long. I am also recording another song, the third song off of the Red album. But if you didn't notice, the first two that I uploaded by her, they were blocked, and then they uploaded like 30 days after. So I'm recording and uploading it probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video, particularly if it gets blocked and then shows up, 30 days from now. So I am going to continue to dive into the Red album, as I just can't wait any longer. I've been doing really well covering my ears anytime as people talk about it, or not looking at social media anytime there's something about it. But today we are checking out Delicate off the Reputation album by Taylor Swift. So without further ado, let us hit record and let's just dive into this one. Is it on mute?
Nope. For the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me intrigued.
That's interesting. More so, one thing that stuck out in the first line is essentially where she's saying, have you ever been in a situation where you're at your rock bottom? Because that's where you can see, I guess, who's in your corner, or if someone truly values you or likes you or cares about you, in spite of if we put our own selves in that rock bottom position. I think sometimes we can see, hey, even if we may have put ourselves in just a low position, we can sometimes see if there are people that still truly care about us and want to help us, want to get better, truly like us. I think in this situation, she's more so talking about a relationship so far, but she's saying like at rock bottom, reputation is the worst. So he must actually like me for me. So that's just a couple things that came to mind there.
Dive bar on the east side, where you at? Phone lights at my nightstand in the black. Come here, you can meet me in the back. Jeans and your Nikes, look at you. Oh damn, never seen that color blue. Just think of the fun things we could do. Cause I like it. This ain't for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. Yeah, I want you. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me intrigued. All that. Is it chill that you're in my head? Cause I know that it's delicate.
Delicate.
Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? Cause I know that it's
like
delicate.
she doesn't exist.
Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it, isn't it delicate? Third floor on the west side, me and you. Handsome, near a mansion with a view. Do the girls back home touch you like I do? Long night, your hands up in my hair. Echoes of your footsteps on the stairs. Stay here, honey, I don't wanna share. Cause I like it. This ain't for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. Yeah, I want you. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me intrigued. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? Cause I know that it's dead.
Video work is good. Very good.
Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? Cause I know that it's delicate. Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it, isn't it?
Look in the mirror.
Isn't it delicate? Sometimes I wonder when you sleep, are you ever dreaming of me?
Interesting. Wanted to run through that. There are a lot of thoughts that come to mind here. I think a couple that I'll speak on. I think it's interesting where, man, there are probably so many people that can relate, or at least with this thought that comes to mind, where there have probably been instances in our lives or within your life maybe where there have been situations where you feel maybe not nameless, but as if just like don't exist. And I think that's one instance where it kind of was speaking to me in the video, where it seemed like she was kind of confused and trying to figure out like, hey, do people even notice me? And maybe the situation's like, hey, do people even notice or know the struggle in my life that I'm going through? I think that's something that we could probably relate to more so. And that can be just a dark place, right? If we don't have people that we can, that truly value us and like us for us, and if we don't have those people to help pick us up and maybe pick up some of the pieces and help mend us. And so that's one thought that came to mind. And it seemed like towards the end, there was that where, and just in the more localized, normalized place, people turned to notice her. So I'm curious on your thoughts there. If there was some semblance of, or just some piece of the story that she was trying to tell. Then the last piece, I heard stories and know people that have had instances like this, or thought of this, where maybe they're in fame, in the spotlight, and have all this attention. People, while they're at the top, people want to be around them, but sometimes it can be so draining where they dream or think of like, man, what would it be to just live a normal life and not have to go through all of the nuance or the different things that we as a society create when we put people on a pedestal. And often in those situations, those are, I would say, lower moments for people, but I'm sure you've heard situations like that where people are just like, man, for a moment I would just like want the cameras away or want less attention so I can just do something that like a normal people, if you will, or a normal family would have, because don't have those moments. And so it kind of seemed like that was another thought that was coming to mind, just watching the video and listening to just the music and the tone and everything she was communicating. It seemed like for a moment she was like, man, it seemed as if she was wanting to get away from some of that. So a couple of thoughts. Delicate is the name of the song by Taylor Swift off of her Reputation album. One thing that, I mean, it kind of seems like situations are delicate, or life is very delicate. It's fragile, and in how we handle it or the things we do, there's a lot of meaning behind it, as it's a delicate situation. So those are just a couple of thoughts that come to mind. I'd love to hear what you thought of, or what comes to mind whenever you listen to this song. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button so you never miss a video in the future, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.